Absolutely gorgeous. Watching the challengers get involved whilst the lynxes float overhead. Beautiful stuff. Hello guys, and welcome to a new Regiments video today by me, Vulcan. In this one, I'm super excited to be starting a brand new warpath as the British. I've been really excited to play the British in a warpath since the Winds of Change DLC came out, so finally getting around to it, and I thought it would be great content for the channel. Now, also thinking about the comments that I was getting in the previous warpath, I have set the operation length to 18 stages. Some of you were commenting about how you wanted the warpath to be longer or just like the maximum amount. So we are going to go for the maximum, which is the 18 stages. So it's going to be the ultimate British campaign, which I'm really excited about. I'm going to be taking out the 33rd Armoured Brigade as our regiment choice. And that's going to allow us to bring the best of British, which includes the Challengers, as well as potentially Belgians to back us up later down the line. Our opponent, we're going to make Warsaw Pact in general, so all Warsaw Pact forces. That's going to be like Soviets, Polish, Czechoslovakians, West Germans. I don't think I've forgotten any, but if I have, I apologise. Starting resources, unit count, reinforcement price, we're going to keep on medium. Regiment condition, we'll put on pristine so that we get a fresh start. And that's because we are going to be jumping in on master difficulty. High lethality is on. Let's go to battle. So our warpath is called Steel Surge. It's pretty cool because we are going to be using the Challengers a lot throughout this warpath, and we have two choices here. We can proceed with the main plan, which is to attack the East Germans, or we can choose an alternative approach and defend against Czechoslovakian forces. So we start with 250 operational authority. Now we can go ahead and choose ourselves a new task force, and you'll notice on the right hand side that these task forces can be upgraded quite substantially, which isn't something that I really got to do in my previous warpath because it wasn't as long. But this time around, because we've got 18 stages, we should be able to potentially max these out, so that could be really fun. So I was thinking a good choice would probably be maybe some Belgians. We could use the Belgians as our infantry contingent for our sort of British armor, so that could be pretty fun. We could add the Havoc mechanized task force, but before we do that, I think I'm just going to put operational authority into deployment points, and we'll make sure that we have potentially bit of extra tactical support so we can use the Harriers more often, and maybe some extra supplies from the start. So we'll just keep it as is, make good use of our warriors and challengers for this phase. So let's just proceed with the main plan. We will attack and we'll see how we get on. Let's go to events and see what we have to work with here. So we have interdiction, which is two platoons can not be deployed. That's probably not the best one to do yet because we're kind of already limited. Reduce HQ command radius and reduce SAM accuracy. Phase lasts for 5 more minutes, or tactical aids are 50% cheaper. Now, the phase lasts for 5 more minutes would be useful in an attack scenario, but I think I'll probably just use up the electronic warfare one first. Now, before we move on, we do have an operation log as well, so let's just have a look at what this says. The ceasefire itself wasn't a momentary, clear-cut event. Radio networks were jammed or barely operational. Command and control systems buckled under the weight of incoming data. Ceasefire orders had to be broadcast over open airwaves, relayed through surviving civilian networks, and delivered by liaisons racing to catch up with advancing tank columns. Several operations were halted mid-swing. While it ended the immediate bloodshed, it was, in effect, similar to placing a cast over a fracture before aligning the bones. The hastily drawn separation line on the map barely reflected the reality on the ground. The jagged edges of the Leipzig bulge remained a sore point, swollen and inflamed by the arriving French and Czechoslovakian troops. And the medical prognosis wasn't optimistic. This ceasefire wasn't meant to last. I do like that they give you a little bit of flavour in these sort of procedurally generated campaigns. It's really, really clever how that's sort of wound in there. But yeah, let's go ahead and attack. We will probably use the electronic warfare just to go in on this one. So stage 1, phase 1 of Steel Surge at 3 PM. And here we are. So we're starting at 1 point, and we've basically got to break out as far as we can. Let's see what we can do. So I only have scimitars as recon. They are going to be very important, so we'll make sure to bring them with us. We'll definitely bring up our challenges and the warriors. We should have enough to bring most things with us. We'll definitely need some supply. We do have the mortars. We've got the Lynx Toe. Yeah, I can pretty much bring everything all at once, which is actually really nice. So I guess we'll bring the other supply unit as well. And here we have our British supply trucks, the warriors, the challengers. Oh, looking forward to getting deep into this warpath. It's going to be so much fun. So the British warrior does come with just the autocannon. We don't get the Milan, unfortunately. So we just got to use that as sort of like fire support. But we'll let the challengers go first. We'll make sure that the scimitars go with them. We can have the Lynx kind of hover behind. The supply can stay behind as well. And we can have maybe one of the supply stay with the mortar. The other one can sort of repair our tanks and such if they get damaged. So straight into Delta we go. We'll let the challengers tank the damage. The mortars can fire away. You might want to start having that one fall back. What are we up against here? T-55s. Getting some good suppression in. And the Lynxes are happily firing away with their Toe 2. Let's make sure the scimitar doesn't get targeted. Challenger's recovering from the stress, and will hopefully fix up shortly. We'll start having these come back as well. One detail I really like in Regiments is the fact that the numbers on the squads are all correct. So you've got like 55, 56, 57 as their unit numbers. Like the same on these, for example, 55, 56, 57, 58. How they're laid out like that. It's really cool. Well, my Lynx can get some more ammo pretty quickly. The Challenger can get fixed up and we'll make another push here. Now this is actually going to be a really interesting fight because we're going to be able to keep all of the units alive pretty much the whole time if I play this correctly. Although I will probably need to get myself some more supply at some point if we're going to do that. We'll keep the rapier relatively close. The warriors can mount up their rifles. And off they go. Loud and clear. Roger. Right, Challenger going to be vulnerable whilst they're in the water there, so we best keep them moving forwards. And we will be able to capture Delta now. So in order to get victory points, we need to go for Oscar, November, and Mike. So we're going to continue towards probably Hotel next. Let's head to Hotel. Loud and clear. Make sure to take a wide berth around that barbed wire.
Contact front 1000. Roger out.
It's going to be pretty important that we stay together. I don't really want to split up my forces. Got a nice coherent force right now that can just brute force its way to Hotel November, then Oscar, and that will cut off Echo, and then we can continue up to Golf and Mike in order to get those victory points.
Loud and clear. Roger.
Zone captured.
Right, let's have the warriors start pushing up here. I'm gonna wait for this artillery to stop and then we'll move up the supply. Oh, the rapier needs to fall back.
We'll go.
My TOW2 should be able to do a decent amount of damage here. I could actually cluster these
Fire mission acknowledged.
just to get them out of the way nice and quickly.
What's next?
It might have also been prudent to save that for a counterattack though, but we'll bring in the Harriers. Here they come with their tasty cluster bombs.
Under attack. Please
We'll
advise.
see how much damage we can do with those.
Go. Out. No hostiles at orders.
Nice.
Listening.
We're gonna probably just pull the Lynxes away for the time being to make sure they can't get hit by those MiGs any longer.
Got it. Pushing out. Ready.
I'm gonna keep the Scimitars here for the time being. We will be able to help reveal that tank unit when they engage us again. Let's make sure that this supply retreats so we can get some more.
Listening. Roger. Will do.
Those T-55s can't ignore the amount of damage they can deal. A good hit by the Challengers though. The Warriors are ready to drop off the infantry when we need to push through like heavier cover.
Ready. Wilco out.
We'll have the Scimitar move forwards.
Watch and shoot.
Make sure we have eyes on what's shooting at us.
Orders. Solid copy on all.
Alright, let's go see what's up here. We'll let the Warriors push in and capture Hotel.
Engaging enemy. Send back up. What's next?
The mortar fire is certainly very useful because it does panic those tanks a little bit, make them a lot less effective. Our Challenger has actually ranked up now, which is nice. Gonna make them substantially more effective. Oh, that is some nasty shots coming in there. Very accurate shots from those enemy tanks.
Unit lost.
Yeah, we did just lose a unit there.
Lost.
Those are maximum veterancy T-55s.
What's next?
Right, we'll get my links back now. Though it looks like we've dealt with those tanks quite easily. I will want to repair this Challenger and the Scimitar most likely before they head up the hill though. So let's get the supply here. Maybe not there, if they're going to arty that.
Ready.
We can allow those Challengers to engage the T-72. We should win that engagement at close range.
Zone captured.
Solid copy.
I'll let those warriors leave, and we'll bring these warriors up onto the hill to assist the Challenger.
Orders.
We've got 11 minutes left. It's not like a crazy amount of time. We've also got to be really careful that we don't end up losing Delta here. So it may be a good idea for me to bring in these warriors again, but leave them at Delta now to make sure that doesn't get capped behind us.
Loud and clear. Roger. Under attack. Please advise.
Okay, we're going to bring that one off the hill and replace it with the other.
Orders.
Let's have the warriors load back up. That artillery is going to hurt.
Loud and clear.
I'm just going to move the warriors over to the right so we're not being engaged by those.
Got it.
And then I should be able to push into the town here. Oh, okay. The BMP one fired at the warrior. That's not good.
Can't hold a moment longer. Orders.
And those are going to have to fall back.
Wilco.
They are being blasted right now. Okay, let's get my warriors in. At least we're able to somewhat deal with these T-55s pretty well. T-72s as well, that are going to be a problem. I'm going to let those Lynxes leave. Good hits on the T-72s though.
Orders. Roger. Will do.
Okay, great. Move in with the Challenger. We'll make sure the Scimitar stays in a good position where it can't get smashed by artillery too much.
Loud and clear.
We definitely want to hit those with the mortar rounds.
Send backup.
And these warriors, I'm just going to carry on the front line here.
On station. What's next?
Let's make sure our supply is in a good position.
Got it. Pushing out.
Nice. Okay. Good kills there. I think when we attack Oscar, I'm probably going to have to make use of my cluster again.
Orders. Roger out.
These are elite fire support units coming up here.
Ready.
The Challenger doing a great job holding the line.
Roger. Will do.
Close range, those tanks are going to hurt though. Good, the Scimitar did its job. Get the warrior up here. Supply is going to be used up very quickly indeed.
Solid copy. What's next? Target steam.
Right, let's make sure that one comes forwards. Good. Right, November will be ours for sure. And Oscar will most likely be ours as well.
Orders.
Make sure the rapier moves. Make sure my mortars move. I think they're attracting some counter battery. And we'll have this warrior just sit here for now and cover the edge of the ridge.
What's next?
Alright, from here we're going to move on Oscar. So let's get my Scimitar across. I might put these on hold fire so they don't accidentally like reveal themselves. We'll make sure this challenger covers in that direction.
Orders. Roger, will do. Receiving fire. Over.
Really big damage there. Lovely. See, these challenges
captured.
already maxed out on veterancy.
Next.
That's huge. Now we're getting to a point where we are
Affirmative. Over.
behind the enemy forces, so it should be a lot easier for us to kill them. We'll let those challenges get fully fixed up. We do have another supply here.
Will do.
It's already been sucked up by the rapier and the mortar. Making a lot of use of supply this time around. It's something I don't think I did well enough in the previous warpath is use supply. But we're making good progress. Where's my replacement warriors? These can come over to Hotel and then to November, and we'll come up behind the units
Ready.
over there.
We've got multiple wounded here.
My Challenger actually got
5
taken out.
minutes remaining.
Tell you what we'll do is we'll retreat that Challenger and we'll just have it come in from the front. Oh wow, I actually managed to kill that second Challenger there. That's not good.
Loud and clear.
BMP2 doing a lot of damage. Oh, there is
Enemy contact.
enemy shoots in there.
Hostile fire. Over. Low on ammo.
BTR-70 is going to get chewed up by the warriors at least.
Orders. Roger out.
So they were trying to sneak around the Delta. Let's have the Scimitar help out here.
Listening.
Okay,
Solid copy on all.
those have done the job. Could have maybe used the Harrier there, because there were two units next to each other. I didn't see the second unit fast enough. Right, let's try and push into Oscar and see if there's anything there to stop us capturing it.
Ready.
The rifles here have dug in, so that's good.
Roger. Will do.
These challengers can come in from the front. Going into a town like this with tanks is not necessarily the best idea, so
What's
I
next?
want to try and get my warriors over there with the infantry. But if we can capture it, then that's great. Right, let's now come behind Echo, because this is going to give us extra operational authority if we capture it. It also increases the time that we have. Pushing on Golf and then to Mike might be the better option though.
Listening. Wilco.
Not really seeing anything here. Let's have this Challenger come in from the front, this one from behind. Cheeky pincer. We'll keep the mortar close enough that it can auto fire.
Orders. Roger out.
There might be a chance that we already killed some of the units here.
Under attack.
Ah, yes, okay.
Supplies.
That's not good.
Tactical support on the way.
Took a lot of damage there.
What's next? Got it. Pushing out.
We'll make sure to keep eyes on them. Try and stay out of range
Got casualties.
of their AT weapons though. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Orders. We're getting torn apart here.
I think my scimitar got completely annihilated. I'll make sure this supply fixes up my Challenger at least.
Loud and clear.
It's actually a lot of units defending that. Well, if we capture Oscar, we can bring the warriors back to engage from behind. Mortar's going to fire away soon as well, so that's good. The warriors are holding the line there, that's great.
1 minute remaining. Zone captured.
Okay, the zone capture's given us a little bit of extra time.
Affirmative. Over.
But I think we just take the November Oscar and then Echo for the extra operational authority. Not really much more I can do. I can get the Harrier clusters to come in to help finish this off. Could give us enough time to capture Echo. Because we know that there's another unit
Wilco.
on the left side there.
Loud and clear. No hostiles and coordinates. Engaging enemy. Send backup. Got it.
Okay, those are the ones that I was hoping that I'd be able to cluster.
Listening.
My warriors will be coming up behind them very shortly. We've got mortar rounds coming on top of them as well. And there it is, there's the ambush from
Zone
behind.
captured.
Captured Echo. Perfect.
Solid copy on all.
Right, now we just kind of
Next.
move ourselves further towards Gulf, and then hopefully we can take Mike in the next phase if it allows us to attack again. But I'm happy taking the 80 victory points to get us started. Very nice. Alright, well that was pretty good. Only 21 dead, 60 wounded. They had 112 dead, 311 wounded. Let's go on to the next phase. So proceed with the current mission, which is to continue the attack, is an option. Okay, so we have 147 operational authority. I think what I'm going to do is we're going to invest in the recon helicopters and the AIFVs that the Belgians can give us, because that would be really, really handy to have. Otherwise, options look like maybe some artillery, like bigger artillery. M109s might be a play. I should probably look at what these can upgrade to. Let's just go through them from top left to bottom right. So we have Archer, which is warriors and rifles. It upgrades basically to warriors and also gives us an air patrol. The command group is Swingfire's Territorials with HQ and brings in artillery DPICM. Then we have Lear, which is Leopard 1BEs. It gives us more Leopard 1BEs the more we upgrade it. And also an F-16 air patrol. Horseman gives us the Lynx Toe, plus a Rapier on the second, and more Rapiers on the third, with cluster Harrier bombs. I don't think we're going to ever bring Horsemen. For Clare, we have the M109s, and then we get increased amount of M109s on a card, and then we get extra mortars, area recon, and more infantry. Then there's the Javelin, which is Centurion Mark 10s and Centurion AVREs. AVREs would be really, really handy actually at some point. So I think maybe we grab those, not now, but later on. Moonraker would give us Chieftain Mark 11s and Warriors, and then extra Challengers later on with HE Artillery Smoke. Nice. Cordite is rifles, Abbott scimitars, following up with Abbott scimitar rifles, and then just more available of each of those. And then Havoc. I do like Havoc, just like more and more Fusiliers with AI FPC 25s, which I believe have autocannons. So I think we're going to call in Havoc, and then probably also Javelin, and then also maybe something else like, I don't know if Arch is a good idea, but having an air patrol would be really nice. We'll get to the third one later, but Javelin will be our second. Cool. So we'll do that. We'll definitely get some more supply because we used up a decent amount. And we'll proceed with the attack. Let's go to the events. And for this one, it may be worth to do phase last for 5 more minutes. And then what I can do is just like completely dominate the map. Let's try that. So Steel Surge, phase 2 at 7 PM. All right, so we start in a good position here. And what I'm probably likely to do is just head up to Mike and then across and back down. I don't think it's worth me really pushing left now. I kind of want to make sure that we secure Mike because that's giving us the extra victory points. And then we can try and secure as much as possible after that. We just move up all of my units into this blue circle, which is where we can deploy. And then we can carry on. Okay. So I'm just going to make sure these warriors get into the town here and they defend that for us. And then the rest of my troops can start heading towards Gulf. I do have some more points that we could bring in. Probably want to bring up the scimitar to continue to be my recon for now. And then if I have to fall them back, we'll bring in the helicopters instead.
Contact. Weapons hot. Roger out.
Oh, big hit there by the Lynx. Really nice, especially considering they were dug in. Huge.
Affirmative. Over.
Make sure my supply follows us up there, and these guys can unload and start to dig in and cover the roads. Alright, here we go. The second attack begins. Absolutely gorgeous. Watching the challengers get involved whilst the lynxes float overhead. Beautiful stuff.
Solid copy. Loud and clear.
We're going to press the challengers forwards a bit more. I'm curious if I could get some veterancy on these warriors and then how effective they'd be with their autocannons.
Affirmative. Over. Orders.
Let's keep the mortars back. There's no need for them to push forwards like that.
I'm getting a lot of fire here. Ammo red. Requesting resupply. Loud and clear.
Oh, the side hit on the challenger. I was trying to make them face the right way before that hit, but no chance, unfortunately. Oh, are we actually going to lose that one? Okay, we'll just let them leave and we'll bring them back in a minute so that we have all three available still. I'm going to get my warriors to push through. It looks like we've got another unit to take care of first. Good.
Wilco out.
So many units in our way that we have to take out there. Right, my AIFVs have arrived with the Belgian Fusiliers, and as soon as we're able, we'll bring back in the Challengers. The reason I'm being super careful with those is because I don't want them to lose their veterancy now that we've got it. Let's unload these rifles, and we'll make an attack through the tree line here. I'll bring my mortars to capture that. The scimitars. Move down here. I don't think I'm in range to engage with my AT. Nice. Rapier did its job. Oh, not quite. We still got hit by that airstrike.
What's next? Engaging enemy. Back up.
As we move up to this residential area, we'll unload the Fusiliers and we'll push through towards Mike. I'm a little worried that they can push from here and take hotel. But we'll try and keep up the pace here as we push on to Mike. That was probably one of the defenders of Juliet. We do have that 90 tactical support, so I think as soon as we see something here, we'll just bring that in.
Roger.
Zone captured.
Fire mission acknowledged. Orders.
Okay, that's two good targets for the Harriers. Oh no, there's some decent AA back there. Only one of them's going to get through.
No target in the
Oh wow, what did we get hit by there? Something's smashing my Challengers to bits.
We've got casualties.
Ouch. Was that just the Conquer HGM? Because that seems rough.
Let's get out of here.
Wow. Okay, well we'll try and take out the BTR-60 there with the mortar and the remaining autocannons. Took so much damage so quickly there.
Solid copy.
It's going to be difficult to maintain a push around here if I keep losing units like that. Okay, good. I'll have to cycle out the supply.
Contact. Front. 1000.
Another unit we got to deal with in front. Oh, those are T-55s. Yeah, that's not happening. That needs to leave. Oh no, the Belgians just got destroyed. And why weren't they engaging us before? Like T-55s out of nowhere. My poor scimitars.
Got it. Pushing out.
Alright, well, we'll just keep hitting that with mortar rounds until our reinforcements arrive. We'll get the Alouette to come in instead. Losing some of my Belgians is not ideal. We'll just speed up the game whilst we wait for our reinforcements to arrive though.
Solid copy on all.
That may be what managed to get the jump on my challenges, actually. I mustn't get too close to the AA at Juliet. Oh, my rapier's taking damage. We'll just let them leave. We'll have the Challenger come through and defend that left flank. I like just the RDM. Oh, the artillery killed my track rapier as it was falling back.
Ready. Wilco.
Getting a little bit disjointed here on this attack. Having to go so deep for this objective is really rough. It really slows down your reinforcements.
Orders. Affirmative. Over.
Could just cluster this again.
Tactical support on the way.
Although the Challenger's getting some good hits on target there straight away.
Roger. Copy.
Right, good hit.
What's next?
B-55 dealt with. Let's push the Challenger through to Juliet. I'm just going to cycle around with the Alouette to see if we can spot anything
Zone lost.
over here. Another unit.
Ready.
Oh, we lost Total. Okay. That was what I was
On station.
somewhat worried about. Let's send the Challengers back just in case it's a tank unit. Since this is just the BTR engaging us at a distance here, I'll just let my warrior continue that attack.
Roger.
I'll continue to scout around with the Alouette. But I think that should be the last unit that we have to deal with there.
Reporting hostile fire. Over.
Okay, we took out that unit.
Wilco.
The warriors' rifles here can just capture this and maybe stay in position, although I do want to continue to push across. I mean, maybe I can bring the warriors up from Oscar as we push into Juliet and move around. That's the AA. Let's not get in the line of sight of that with the Alouette. No, sir. Oh, not my supply.
How copy? Roger. Will do. It's too much.
Zone captured.
Loud and clear. Ammo black. Please advise.
Well, the Lynxes are trying their best there to hold the line. I did not expect them to come in from that direction. Yeah, we'll have to leave these warriors there.
Orders.
Because losing Mike is the worst thing that could happen, as we do want to maintain control over all of the victory points. Right, let's now move up to Kilo. We'll let those lynxes just go home. I'll bring up the scimitars. I'll bring up some new supply that we need to keep close and not let it get taken out like that. We'll bring up the mortars as well.
Roger, will do.
Zone captured.
What's next?
Right, on to Kilo we go.
Heads up. Enemy contact. Preparing coordinates for this strike.
Zone captured.
Does that go for my aluet? Wow, that was a defensive line that just got annihilated.
Ready. Roger. Will
Okay.
do.
Well, that's good. They're coming up behind them there with the challengers worked out really well. We'll leave the Fusiliers there, we'll leave the warriors here. That way they can't take any of this off us. They might be able to still take Juliet if they come in from this respawn over there.
Orders.
But we're on our merry way to go and engage the forces at Kilo and then the forces at Lima. I just realised we're probably going to have to take Lima before we take Kilo because these two aren't connected. But it doesn't mean that we can't just kill these units and then capture them both afterwards.
Affirmative. Over.
I'm going to unload the warriors and we'll push them down the tree line.
Loud and clear. Wilco out.
It's always a bit scary when you kind of come this close to an objective because you're just waiting to bump into their defensive line.
Orders. Roger. Will do.
I'm going to move the rifles into Kilo
Listening.
just to see if there's any infantry in these buildings. It doesn't actually look like there are though.
Engaging enemy. Set back up.
They most likely would have shot at the challengers by now if there was. It looks like all of them are ahead.
Ready. Solid copy on all.
Okay, good. Made short work of those defences. Make short work of Lima and Foxtrot.
Listening.
And then we can go for India
Solid copy.
for the total domination.
Contact.
Right,
Weapons
time
on.
for more cluster.
Fire mission acknowledged.
Got the scimitar coming across to recon for us.
Orders. Solid copy on all.
The Schützen should be gone.
Strike zone 50. Copy.
Big hits.
Roger. Out.
Perfect. Right, let's run the rifles in there and unload them. And I'll keep the Challenger back here. We can use those to help capture and then repair at the same time.
Orders.
The warriors here can just push through to the far side of the town. And that way we can make sure that there's not any troops that are hanging around over here before we move to Foxtrot. So we'll take Kilo Lima really fast. Foxtrot's going to be next, and then we just push everything we have onto India.
Ready.
They did try and push on Mike, but we managed to shut that down, so that's nice. And the warriors there have cleaned those up.
Solid copy on all.
Good amount of veterancy on these troops now. That's really what we need to do at the beginning of a warpath, is like build up the veterancy
What's next?
of all of these units.
Zone captured.
Okay, the challenges are ready to go. Let's move forwards. We'll keep this on hold fire.
Solid copy.
We'll put the mortars in here to capture Kilo.
Listening.
And that way I can have the warriors push up here.
Roger out.
Another enemy unit close up. Oh, a couple T-55s.
Loud and clear.
Rear facing. Easy peasy. Mortar fire coming in onto the BMP-2s should help us out a lot as well. Perfect. Let's load up the warriors again. Carry on.
Pushing
Scimitar can try and scout out a bit more for us. Into Foxtrot we go.
out. Heads up. Enemy contact. What's next? We'll go. Receiving fire. Over.
Zone captured.
Alright, we'll get the warriors to load up the rifles because at range they're not going to be able to shoot with their rifles anyway.
Roger out.
Cool. We'll have the scimitar kind of maybe take a little bit of a wide berth here just to get us our information. I'll leave one there and we're going to have one start heading towards India already. We do still have some Harrier cluster bombs to use. The AIFBs seem to be holding the line, which is good. So let's just
Copy on all.
use that supply to fix them up.
Loud and clear.
That's risky. Okay, let's let the rifles maybe take out the T-55 there. That was a lot of defensive forces, but we just absolutely ruined them. Oh, these warriors, when they have some veterancy, these autocannons are ripping the BMP-1s to shreds.
5 minutes.
I'm surprised they can
remaining.
see my scimitar though.
Copy.
Zone captured.
Loud and clear.
Brilliant. Really, really good. Alright, the supply's done its job there.
We'll
Let's
go.
get it up to these warriors. So far, so good.
Orders.
I'll leave the
Reporting hostile
challenges in the
fire.
tree line there. Should be able to frontally tank most things that are fired at them.
Unit lost. I say again. Unit lost. It's a slaughter.
Oh
Get us out
no!
here.
The supply again, this time getting caught out by the PRDM. We actually lost them completely. We'll have to put some operational authority into getting my supply back online. I guess moving those without escort, not necessarily the best idea.
Solid copy. spotted.
Didn't mean to press escape. Let's come across with the scimitar. And hopefully we can spot some more troops here.
Orders. Solid copy on all.
Oh, the Fusiliers. Maybe I need to give them support, or actually those are KDA. Like they might be able to hold that on their own. I could just send my links over there.
Listening. Roger. Ordnance on the way.
Oh, that might actually be AA. It is.
We'll go. No hostiles.
We'll let my scimitar engage it.
We've got casualties.
There's so many units here. Let the warriors kill the PTs.
Loud and clear.
Alright. That should be total domination. What a fantastic start to this British campaign. Oh yeah. That's what I like to see. The British troops standing amongst the wrecks of their enemies. Feeling truly patriotic.
Over.
Very, very nice. The AIFV Fusiliers did actually manage to hold the Belgians, holding our flank with 2 men remaining. As soon as we capture India, that will be total domination, and it should just count down
What's next?
victory.
Solid copy.
Zone captured. Total domination
There it
achieved.
is. Stage is concluded. We're already 1 stage down. Challenges, of course, absolutely wrecking. So 34 dead, 110 wounded, 194 for them, 516 wounded. The warriors, once they got that veterancy, I thought they would be pretty good, because autocannons on high lethality are always really, really strong, because they have like more chances to inflict that double damage that is dealt by the which is caused by high lethality being chosen, basically. So there we have it. Really, really nice. We're already moved on to the next stage, so 17 stages left. We have 326 operational authority to spend. So next time around, we will spend that operational authority and we'll choose our next engagement. Should be good fun. We'll also read these operational logs. Nice. Should be great fun. Really, really looking forward to diving deeper into this warpath, and hopefully you guys are looking forward to more. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.